Welcome to module number 1, the module on emotions. In this module, you will learn how to identify and label your emotions, how to implement what I call TFA, which stands for thoughts, feelings, and actions, and how to observe your body and look for clues to the different emotions you are experiencing. Let's get started. The majority of my clients communicate things to me like, I'm always told I'm emotional. I don't want to be emotional. I don't want to be the emotional one in my family. My parents don't understand my emotions. I have a hard time expressing to others what I feel. I don't like letting other people know how I feel. It's not going to make a difference if I share how I feel with someone. Have you ever said any of these statements? If you have, you are definitely not alone. Emotions may seem scary at times, but they are a powerful tool when we pay attention to them. Emotions protect us. They offer great insight into what is going on with us at a deeper level. They help us experience life to the full, and when communicated clearly, can connect us to those closest to us. I don't teach emotions as being good or bad, but as being pleasant to experience and unpleasant to experience. We often like experiencing the pleasant emotions like happiness, joy, and gratitude, and we typically have a harder time with the unpleasant ones like anger, sadness, loneliness, or boredom. As humans, we are meant to have a lot of emotions. Expressing emotions is not something that a lot of us are good at, but the good news is, it is something we can learn. There are two specific emotions that I want to talk about for just a moment. The emotions depression and anxiety. We hear a lot about these two emotions in the mental health space, and a lot of my clients come to me saying they feel anxious or depressed. I don't give these two emotions any more power than the other many or hundreds of emotions. I believe all emotions are created equal. As a counselor, I will not give you a diagnosis of depression or anxiety because I want you to be label-free. Labels do not always give us the proper diagnosis. I want you to look at your symptoms and find the root cause of why you are experiencing these emotions. I want you to be emotion equipped and be able at any given time to identify and label what emotion or emotions you are experiencing. Using the phrase, I feel blank, will come in handy. It's important to know what you're feeling so you will be able to ultimately communicate to others what you need. A helpful tool is what I call TFA. It stands for thoughts, feelings, and actions. Once you've identified and labeled your emotion, observe and ask yourself, what was I thinking before I experienced this emotion? Or is there a belief that keeps running through my mind? Thoughts and beliefs, especially faulty beliefs, are not always true. They can lie to us. Ask yourself, is this thought or belief really true? A thought or belief always precedes an emotion. You can change your action, your behavior, and your emotion by just changing your thought. Let's practice an example together. Let's say you take a test and you don't perform as well as you expected. What's the thought you could be thinking? Maybe you think, I'm not good enough. If that's what you're thinking, you may feel sad, defeated, or even helpless. Those feelings could lead to you retreating and maybe not wanting to study for your test because you think, what's the point? And now that we know the power of our thoughts, how can we rewrite our thoughts so they can empower how we feel and how we act? Let's go back to your test example. You get your grade back from your teacher or professor and you didn't perform as well as you expected. You could think, I'm not good enough. And you could also think, wow, I didn't do well on this test, but what if I believed in myself, asked for help, or studied harder next time? That thought now becomes something that makes you feel empowered, motivated, and confident. And how do we act when we feel empowered, motivated, and confident? Well, I know for me, when I feel confident, I show up for myself and my mental health with so much more energy, clarity and determination. I make choices from a healthy, empowered place. With that in mind, if you are having a hard time determining what emotion you are experiencing, take a moment and observe what is going on with your body. Our physical being mirrors our emotional being. We see this as our body elicits physiological reactions to the emotions we are experiencing. When you are experiencing an emotion but you're not sure what emotion it is, take a few minutes and notice, what is your body doing? Are you crying? Do you feel butterflies in your stomach? Are you experiencing nausea? Are you sweating? Are you low in energy? Is your heart racing? Are your neck or shoulders tense? Are you clutching your fists? Do you feel weak, faint, dizzy, or even lightheaded? Here are some examples. If you're experiencing anxiety, you may feel faint, dizzy, or lightheaded. If you're experiencing depression, you may notice that your energy level is really low. If you're feeling fear, your heart may race, or you may notice that your palms get sweaty. If you're stressed, maybe your neck and shoulders feel tense, you get a headache, or your jaw even starts to hurt. And lastly, if you're nervous, you may feel like there are butterflies in your stomach. These feelings are so normal and can help us identify what emotion we're feeling below the surface. In the next video, I'll teach you how to become aware of your thoughts so you can observe your feelings and intentionally choose how you want to act or even respond. The cool thing is, you have all the power to not let your thoughts and feelings control you. The power is in your hand, and you already have everything you need to navigate your thoughts and feelings. In the next video, I'll show you how. But for now, give yourself a pat on the back for showing up and completing this video.